Hello, welcome back to hopefully much shorter version of one of our episodes. This is predominantly just going to be well, I think we're going to do a live reaction and then kind of go skip back through and talk a bit more in detail about the new and second, I think, Avengers Doomsday trailer. Um, because this was released yesterday, this morning, last night,
Yesterday.
yesterday. Um, so yeah, still pretty fresh in the zeitgeist, and yeah, we're going to see if it even remotely makes us more excited or interested in what is probably going to be a bit of a mess of a film. So
I,
yeah,
for one, cannot wait to see more green in this trailer than we got at the Green Lantern show.
that is almost certainly going to happen. So you're in luck.
I mean, there's already more green on screen
I was
than
going to
I've
say,
seen
yeah,
in just stuff.
Right?
even the green we get in the Green Lantern trailer is like teal.
Oh my god, wait, imagine, is it? No, it's not possible. It's actually not possible. But imagine they actually did do it. Imagine they did a live action crossover and didn't let the secret spill.
They couldn't
But
possibly. They
with
don't
this
know.
and Green Lanterns.
Well, just for a second, exercise your imagination. Suppose that this Doom was actually like punished Hal.
That would be way more interesting than whatever they've
I
got going on in Lanterns.
It'll be more interesting than both, but all right, let's move on anyway. Fuck it, here we are.
Anyway, yep.
Here we are, here we remain.
Get us started, and we'll get through this.
Victor was always the smartest guy in every room.
That like fucking.
Paranoid back part of my brain is starting to wonder about that voice.
Specifically,
How do you mean?
Every time I hear it, and the more I hear from it, the less convinced I am that it's actually Robert Downey Jr.
really?
I can hear him in those.
Yeah, I think.
No, I can hear him in parts of it, but the more I hear, I don't know.
I
mean,
there's
a
Go ahead.
there's a big theory going around that this is AI. The whole movie is just going to be massively AI.
Yeah, that's them. Yeah, the visuals just scream that. But I do, to be fair. I mean, I don't know I don't know how much of a compliment this is. This is better than the first trailer. Is my initial reaction. But I thought the
Yeah.
first trailer was like dreadful. So it doesn't. I don't know what that says really.
Oh, it was there. I think there's anything after that.
I will admit that the Cap moment with Thor did work.
Okay.
Like that works. You know, the nice quiet, hey pal. Like I like that exchange. Like that works.
Yeah, I mean, I like seeing
I'm
two.
not I'm not
two
I'm
of
not
the,
trying to be nice. I'm not trying to be nice to the movie. I'm just trying to say that I think it does a good job of acknowledging their relationship. I'm extremely curious how the fuck we are apparently getting young Steve back, but that's a question for another day.
A good question for another time.
A good question indeed.
I just don't. Yeah, I agree though. I like the two characters that used to be pretty interesting. Having
Well, I like
somewhat of an intimate moment.
the interplay is really good, right? So
Yeah.
as like if that moment plays out the way that we're shown it in the trailer, and I hope that it does, we get the soft spoken "Hey pal" from Steve. I assume there'll be a couple more lines of dialogue there.
Yeah.
Thor goes, "It's impossible," and releases the hammer to see what happens. Like that I really like. Like there is no more ultimate test for Thor than if Mjolnir will go to Cap. Like that is very fitting. But it also plays very heavily into like I am getting the impression, and it is only an impression, chat, calm down. I'm not making any predictions here. But from what we've seen so far, I am getting the impression that a lot of the last couple of phases are just being outright ignored.
Well,
Yeah.
isn't the big one that this is just going to reboot the whole MCU and like everything going forward?
Well, we had the unbroken Mjolnir discussion earlier, and I think the jury between the three of us might still be out on that one. But as far as I'm concerned, I still think that's unbroken. Like, there's nothing there to suggest it can
I'm leaning that way.
shotgun people.
I mean, we've seen it before that it could just be that they haven't done the CGI yet.
Yeah,
That's possible.
That's true.
Yeah,
it could be
it is-
intentional
it is
misleading
possible.
from them, maybe trying to make out like it's not
Yeah.
a broken one, and they've done that before as well.
God knows they've done that. Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's hard to call. I really do like the interplay between Thor and Cap in that first trailer.
Do you know what's interesting though is that we have just watched this trailer in full, and none of us so far have very much to say about it.
Yeah, we're talking about it.
But fair enough.
Like, I don't know. I just think this film is creating such a dearth of like hype that I don't see anyone being like genuinely enthused by the prospect of all these characters and Doom and all that sort of stuff.
Can we run through it one more time, just quietly? Like, I kind of want to see Inherit again, and just
Okay.
maybe there's something we missed.
There was one line I wanted to roll back to, which we'll do after this, but yeah, the delivery was really, really bad.
Did you do this?
Wait, I want to look at that. I want to look. No, I want to look at the front of that ship.
That was the line I was talking about, by the way, where he says, "Did you do this?"
Yeah.
Like that's.
I swear, you will beg for.
Do you want me to roll it back a bit?
Do you know what
No, I've got
that moment where Doom comes out of the ship and lands is one of the shots that I think looks so fucking AI. It's like you know the sort of inhuman
He
movement
looked
that
like
AI
he's
videos send?
evaporating from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
When did we get Rangi back?
Who am I? Am I Rangi in this situation?
Could have sworn I just heard his voice.
No.
Okay, never mind. Auditory hallucination, I suppose. What does this ship remind me of?
We're not on the same screen. I think you've
Yeah, I'm not.
rolled it back for yourself.
Are we not? Oh, God damn it! Watch together.
Give them back.
That one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
I assumed it was a
bridge,
tower,
the bridge superstructure. Like, I don't know. There's something oddly familiar about it. I can't quite put my finger on it.
I sort of know what you mean. I'm wondering.
Kind
is
of
it just...
like it looks like a cross between the. Actually, it looks like a ship, a building from Xandar.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. It does.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
It looks like
With
a
the
kind of rounded off version of the top of a Star Destroyer.
That's what I was going to say. The superstructure, like, this is clearly the bridge tower. Like, the superstructure does, it does look a little bit Star Wars. There's also kind of a Galactica look with those red lights, though.
What's I gonna say? Did you do this line? I wanted to bet that that's in reference to him having done a not insubstantial amount of damage to either Tobey Maguire's New York or X-Men New York.
Oh, you are wrong. You are wrong. That line will be revealed to be Reed realizing Battleworld is in existence, and it'll be him asking Victor if he is responsible for the... Oh, what's the phrase I want? I guess melding of the shards of worlds to sustain some life. Which is literally what happens in Battleworld and Secret Wars. That's what it is. Chat, don't try and come on my ass. That is what happens. But I think that's what it's going to be. I think it's going to be some iteration of that line.
You know, it's just a huge issue as well with the with all of this, the drama that's supposedly being pushed onto us in this trailer is like, I don't have a relationship with any of these characters to the extent that when I see Reed Richards angry or distressed, I'm like, I don't care. Like, I know he's supposed to be the good guy in this scenario, and I'm supposed to probably be on his side, but I'm like, I don't care.
Why would you care? Your brain sees Pedro Pascal and immediately assumes that he should be behind a Mandalorian mask. Of course you don't care.
But that's true as well. But also the same thing works with Sue Storm when she's doing her little monologue at the beginning. Same thing works with, Shuri and Shang-Chi. It's like, I don't... Even like bloody Magneto, I'm looking at him, I'm like, you're not the same guy that I remember from the X-Men film.
No, he is not.
it's just I don't care about these guys. I don't care if their world ends. I don't care if they all die. It doesn't mean anything to me because none of the characters that I care about are here anymore.
The thing with this movie is it's a hodgepodge of build-up. It wants the payoff of Infinity War with the build-up of Justice League, sorry, I should say,
Yeah.
over the course of the first 3 phases of the MCU, and it's like
It made me watch Justice League too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
they've
the
done
fact
none of
that
the
Doom
prep work,
is
but
this is his first appearance as well is just fucking mental. I can't work.
we're not counting first steps, I assume.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't like that in comparison to the kind of and people. I mean, I think Kevin Feige wanted to make this point at one point to try and defend this film. Someone questioned him about the lack of setup for Doom, and he was like, "Well, Thanos was barely in anything until he arrived in Infinity War," and it's like, well, fine.
Yeah,
First of all, he was in War.
wasn't, but he was set up a shitload.
Yeah, and there were so many of his underlings present.
Like
in
you
films.
used Infinity Stones in order to get to him. Shut the fuck up.
And like Loki plays a part in the first Avengers film as one of Thanos's.
Can we talk about the post credit scene for a second? Fine.
Yeah.
I'll do it myself.
Yeah, which is
Like
I mean,
no,
that's
totally
already more
unrelated. He just happens to be there. No, it's good. It's
Mm-hmm.
fine.
Do we want to address the elephant in the room with the build-up to this movie?
You have said that 4 different times tonight.
There are a lot of elephants in the room.
It's Marvel. That being someone by the name of Jonathan Major and Kang.
Yeah.
Well, that would be the elephant not in the room.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Conspicuous by his absence, you might say.
So I'm unclear. This and Secret Wars. Then
Don't be unclear. Kang no longer exists because reasons.
No. Well, there was a line, wasn't there? There was just a throwaway line. They explained why he was gone. But no,
Was there actually? I genuinely didn't know.
Oh no, probably.
I could totally see them just saying nothing, be like, no. Kang? What? Who? No.
Is this and Secret Wars, are they 2 parts or are they separate movies?
They're the same as Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah, I think they're probably
Endgame. What the fuck was that? Endgame.
Right, so
it is effectively one movie in 2 parts.
Right. Okay.
I mean, I think a lot of the suspicion about this film is that it's going to end with many of the characters being killed on Battleworld. And it's sort of like a similar kind of supposed to be pulling on the same heartstrings that Infinity War's ending did.
Well, if what Ark is telling us about the leaks is true, then it's a case of anyone who dies is just back anyway 20 minutes later. So
yeah,
genuinely and unironically, who the fuck actually cares at that point? Like you've watered it down to the point where it means nothing.
They've done the ultimate comic meme that of like just no one stays dead.
Wrong. One person stays dead.
No one's ever.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is like that's the ultimate. Like that's the running joke among comic fans. Is that
no? I know. I know. Ark, being one of those comic fans, I know. But I'm wondering if you got my joke, which is one person does stay dead.
Uncle Ben.
There you go.
Oh, I guess not even the Waynes stay dead.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Yeah. Guess we'll.
Answer me, Victor! Did you do this?
Those were like 3 different lines.
I swear, you will beg for hell long before I grant it.
You know what would be funny?
I do like that line.
Yeah.
It was a bit clunky.
Hell answers to me. For
Like it feels like it's trying to be Bring Me Thanos.
I don't like this. That sucks.
I'm just wondering. I'm going to pause it for a second. I'm just wondering, are they drawing a line between Doom using science-based powers and Doom using magic powers or not? Because from what we've seen so far, it's really hard to tell. It looks like they're presenting him as effectively omnipotent, which, I mean, I'm not necessarily against that. But I would really like to see a line where he's doing magic versus where he's using technology. This is what Doom. Look, this is what Doom is. This is who he is. This is why he's so dangerous.
I suspect
he became Reed Richards level tech genius, and when that wasn't enough to beat Reed, he decided to learn magic too. Like Doom is fuck you level bad guy. Like I would be more worried about him than Thanos.
Judging by the that moment where he blocks Thor's axe, it kind of gives off the same vibes as 2014 Thanos coming back in at the end of Endgame, where he just becomes this force of nature who's just able to just break Cap's shield with like
Well,
the force of his
I don't mind
biceps.
that. Like, I genuinely don't mind that. That was supposed to illustrate, like, quite nicely and honestly quite neatly. It was one of the better things in that movie, that Thanos is actually a real danger. Like, he can fuck up any person you put on the field against him. Them doing the same thing with Doom, I approve in the sense that you need to establish the villain as a real threat, a credible threat. I feel like there were probably better ways of doing it than just pseudo replicating shots that we've seen before.
Yeah, I think that was probably what they were trying to play on, is the whole,
Well,
the
it's
you
in
should have
fairness,
gone to the head
Shane,
thing.
it's probably stuff that they're holding for trailer 3 or final trailer.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Like, if it were me, I don't know how I would have illustrated it, but I would have had Doom just fucking wipe someone out. Just absolutely fucking click, gone, done.
Well,
Game
like
over.
the kind of like the Thanos with Loki choking him out. Like if he does that to Ant-Man or someone, just easily
more like
kills him.
the Thanos Hulk fight. Like a proper
that works
close
too.
down. Just like, no, I'm sorry. You thought you were big? No. Like a proper shutdown.
Yeah.
I
I imagine that would probably happen at some point.
I understand what they're building towards. Like they're trying to give us this is next big bad guy, and they're trying to. I'm going to be a little bit generous. They're trying to somewhat subtly. No, let me rephrase that. They're trying to be somewhat subtle in the doing of it. But all they're really doing is replicating the same beats that we've seen already and just mixing and matching. This is, oh my god. Ark, activate your individual recording. This one might have to go in the apps of fame. They are attempting to replicate the same beats that they've already done, which is something that you can do, but you need to be able to do it. And instead of presenting something along the lines of Captain America, like Steve Pre-Serum, where it's an ill boy who desperately wants to serve his country and be an inspiration. What they have now is, here's an insane person who we want you to see as an inspiration. But here's the kicker I wanted to get to. Thunderbolts and certain scenes we've seen from what's upcoming have shown us Red Guardian, and they seem to show us Red Guardian being real drunk. This would be a good time for either of you to chime in on that one.
I'll just let you go. I don't entirely see what the point is.
I'm getting there. We've talked about this one actually last night, but Steve Rogers can't get drunk.
Oh yeah. Wait, hang on. Why can Red Guardian get drunk?
Indeed.
What? Presumably it would be a different serum, but like even then, surely it would affect his metabolism in the same way as the one that Steve took.
It would have to.
He's fat,
in order for it to have any value on a healing factor, it would have to affect his metabolism, which would also mean it's impossible for him to get fat. Yes.
Yeah, I've never really thought about how stupidly just the planning of that character was just dumb. Because why is he fat and why can he get drunk? That's stupid.
Run through for a moment in your minds the list of super soldier characters in the MCU, and tell me how many are fat or drunk.
Yeah. One and one.
I've had one is the loneliest number.
Yeah, it probably is.
Surely 0 would be the loneliest number.
But then there's no one to be lonely in 0.
I'm not sure that's how that works.
Well, if there's 0 people in a room, then no one's lonely.
Well, that's like there's a bear shit in the woods.
Yeah.
Well, of course a bear shits in the woods. Just because there's no one there to see it doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
But if no one's in a room...
Where else is the bear going to shit? A porta potty down on 3rd Street? Of course he shits in the woods. What are you talking about?
Okay, but if there's a room with no one in it, then no one's lonely, surely.
Oh, now we're getting into Zen koans. What is the sound of one hand clapping?
Hang on, I could probably... I mean, my local recording could probably hear my hand clapping.
I actually did hear that. Yeah, it came through the Discord noise guard. Good attempt, by the way. Good attempt.
How have we somehow diverged this far from a trailer reaction? This is how
this
boring this
what
trailer
we do.
was.
This is what we do. It's all right. We'll be much more excited for the next trailer.
Does anyone have
Like,
anything genuinely definitive to say about this?
I actually don't.
The delivery from Pedro Pascal was shit.
It's Pedro Pascal. No one cares. At this point, the entire world is... No one gives a fuck about any of his performances except the, haha, I'm straight with anxiety. Like, bro, no, come on.
Yeah.
The whole planet is... The only thing the entire world is waiting for from that guy is when he eventually rock hoods and then goes, by the way, I'm gay. Yeah, dude, no shit.
They have made Doom mega overpowered.
No, they haven't. They haven't. It's... Okay. It is almost impossible to make Doom mega overpowered. I don't think you're understanding the power scaling for him correctly. Doom is genuinely silly.
I mean, it's specifically in this movie because if eventually they're going to beat him, which no doubt they'll beat him in Secret Wars.
Oh, they will. I already know how. They're doing Secret Wars. There's only one way they can possibly go. It's a one-word answer. It'll be Beyonder.
Okay. But yeah, like the fact that he can just block Stormbreaker with 2 fingers is like, okay, that might fly in comics where you can build him up to be this powerful, but doing it in one movie.
Well, there is a very particular reason he was able to be this powerful in this story. This is not his standard level of power.
Right.
Basically, all of the multiverse got fucking destroyed, and Doom found a workaround whereby godlike beings would grant him their power, and he chose to use it. It was also offered to Reed, and Reed was... I'm expressing this the way the comic does, not my feelings on it. Reed was apparently too humble to accept the power, and Strange was too afraid to accept the power. So Doom did, because he was neither humble nor afraid, and he saved what was left of the multiverse, and provided a chance for it to be rebuilt by the heroes that later rebelled against him. It's a very stupid comic story.
It sounds like I should read Secret Wars at some point in prep for these movies.
Yeah, I think
I actually reread it like 2 weeks ago. It is not good, but it will give you some insight into what the movie is going to be. Yeah, give it a shot. I think I still have it in my folder. I'll throw it on my Google Drive.
No, I'll I
right,
imagine it's going to make $1 godzillion anyway. So
now, time for my metaphorical seal clapping noises, gentlemen and chat. It is time. Oh my god, I'm so fucking excited! I cannot wait. I have been waiting. Ark, what year did Ultron come out? 2012?
2015.
2015. I have been waiting 11 years to be vindicated on this one. I feel like I've given us enough time and pausing and dead air that we can easily edit that one out and get into the next one. Gentlemen, bring up the Vision Quest trailer. I have been dying on this hill alone for a long time. Ark knows what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I am interested to know about this. I know
It
obviously
proved me-
know what you were explaining earlier on, but I'm interested to see it in the trailer because
Ark,
wanna know.
you saw the trailer earlier. You know my my position on this. Does it not pretty much unequivocally prove me right? The copy of Vision that
it does.
Wanda magically gave Vision has the memories of Ultron, which means Ultron is in there. Which means not every Ultron was dead. So I was right.
This
Boom.
might be this might be a manifestation of Ultron in New Vision's head rather than like a copy of
Yeah,
the original Ultron surviving.
It might. That's possible. That doesn't seem to be how it's presented, but it might. Let's
There we go.
just do your one then.
Yeah,
All right,
the
let's fucking
Vision.
go. Gentle, I am so excited. Watch this fucking trailer.
But it's cringe.
Well, actually, wait. Pause. Before we start. I should say this before we start. I did not realize this when I first watched the trailer, but I found out afterwards. It turns out this is being directed by the guy who made Picard Season 3.
Interesting.
That's the one that people like, right?
Yes, it is the one people very correctly like, because that man has some talent.
Did he also write it?
I'm not 100% on who did the writing for that one. So I don't want to lie to you. Oh shit, hang on. I'm trying to unmute. Okay, I'm good. Yeah, all right, go ahead. Let's watch this trailer. If you press play, it didn't do anything for me.
Yeah, me neither.
When you come
Oh,
in
there we
all
go.
the time with that redhead.
Fucking groundbreaking trilogy.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to just say. Like the exact quote. That just made me
Stuck
cringe out of my
my
mind.
balls.
I don't give a shit about that line. I am way too much of a fan of Paul Bettany and James Spader.
Listen,
I
I
mean,
love
fair,
both of them,
they're
but
making him a clown.
I'm just cringing at every single line that anyone said in that. Like, what is this about?
So, Come Vision is trying to discover his identity relative to original Vision and relative to being an actual person in his own right.
By speaking to Robert California from The Office. That's James Spader's character, and that's how he acts. He's not like, why is Ultron this kind of? I know, he looks like fucking, I don't know, like Rick Rubin or someone. Like he looks. He just, why does he look like that? I understand it's like, oh, human avatars only or whatever. His intimidation factor is entirely removed when you make him whatever that guy is supposed to be.
I don't know that I'd entirely agree with that. I see where you're coming from. And I think I partially agree in terms of like physical intimidation factor or immediate threat factor. But I don't think I entirely agree. Spader is very, very talented at, I'm trying to find the exact phrase I want here. Ham menace.
No, I agree, but I don't get any of that from, maybe it's because it's all out of context, but I just don't get any of that from the scenes that you've shown there.
I feel like part of this is first trailer though. I mean I can see some reason to have a little hope here.
Maybe I do need another trailer because I just didn't.
I just
like
have
the
no
kissing
interest.
on the cheek and the kind of the sort of jokes about papa, papi, blah blah blah, whatever he said. Like I'm just like, is this supposed to be? This is supposed to be Ultron.
What I think we're being shown there is like in that weirdly garish, obviously virtual house is supposed to be where he interacts with the alternate personalities / saved personalities /
kind of the constructs of
possibly just virtual personalities, because apparently Jocasta is meant to come out of this show as well. So, I have long held, and I still maintain that in Age of Ultron, Vision did not kill that last Vision bot.
Ultron.
Ultron bot. Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see. Yeah.
This seems, well, everything we got from Vision in the build up to that scene in that movie really clearly says he's not just going to fucking murk someone because someone else said bad.
Yeah.
And yet that scene is supposed to tell us that that's exactly what he did to someone who is effectively a variant copy of him. I don't see any universe in which Vision does that. Like, it just doesn't happen. I've always believed that there was an Ultron alive. I still do. And this, I don't know. It could be voices in his head, kind of circumspection, self-introspection kind of thoughts.
Yeah.
I don't think they'd go to the effort of bringing Spader back for that, though.
I mean we just talked about what they brought Ben Kingsley back for, and I guess.
Oh, yeah, well, that is true.
But no, the concept of this show, I mean, I'm not entirely sure what it actually is, but the prospect of a show that happens almost entirely in the mind of and a sort of complex AI system like Vision is.
Well, I don't think it will. I think the color changes that they show us are very, very pointed. I would be
Well, yeah, I think. I mean, there's obviously a certain degree of that happens in the real
Well,
world, so to speak.
when we see classic MCU colors vision in shots in that trailer, do we
Yeah.
think that was retroactive flashbacks, or do we think that
It looks like it's in his
was?
boot.
It does a little bit, but again, retro flashbacks can do that. So,
I imagine a lot of them are Mindscape events.
well, there's not really a lot of reason that Mindscape cum Vision would picture himself red. So I'm wondering, is the show trying to suggest an identity crisis? No pun intended, chat, for DC fans, by the way. I'll address that another day. Or is it trying to suggest that he is on the path to becoming who he used to be?
Possibly, yeah. Although the scene where he's very, he's looking at the cinema screen, eating popcorn, watching back footage of himself is very reminiscent of Loki, and that does sort of set off alarm bells a little bit.
It's also reminiscent of WandaVision, the early episodes. So I mean, it could go either way. But I'm trying to figure out what the spirit of the show might be from what we've seen so far. And I guess I am being a little bit generous when I say this, but I can see a universe, and it is Terry Matalas doing it. I can see a universe where this could be trying to build Vision back to a close facsimile of what he used to be. I think this is going to be a question of what it means to be a person.
See,
and I'm there. Like, I'm
yeah.
there for that concept in a show. I really, really, really hope it's done well.
Yeah, I mean, I love that. Like, if that was done, if that is the concept and it's executed well, then it's potentially going to be amazing. But I just don't have any confidence.
This to me seems like it's going to be a personality version of the Ship of Theseus reference that we got last time with Vision, and I'm entirely there for that if it is handled well. I don't have a lot of faith that it will be, because it's the MCU in 2026, and well,
and it's also supposedly this show has been finished for 2 years and they haven't released it yet, so that obviously doesn't bode well either.
Oh fuck, that's worse. Yeah, okay.
But I agree that in concept, that kind of the question about what it means to be human and
well, not even human, but to be like an individual, I think is the
angle.
Well, I'm hoping, I suppose is the way I should say it. I'm hoping is the angle that they're going for. That's certainly what I would aim for with someone like Vision. But
absolutely, I would agree.
It seems to be where they're going from what we've seen so far.
Yeah,
it's definitely he's definitely questioning the nature of personhood. Like, is he a copy or is he the same person?
Yeah.
But that definitely seems to lean into the Ship of Theseus reference that we had between the two visions in WandaVision.
Yeah.
And it is Matalas. Like, I don't know, man. This could be good.
It could be.
It could be good.
And it could be that the reason it's been delayed and the reason Marvel don't necessarily like it very much themselves is because actually it is quite good and it's very different to a lot of the stuff that they've been pushing recently.
Well, it would explain why they've suddenly decided to try and market two shit and one unproven show as a trilogy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Especially when the entire universe is sitting there going, "No, we're getting Wanda back. She's definitely coming back. She ain't dead." Yeah. Nobody on the planet. Chat. I know you will eventually agree with me when this airs, but nobody on the planet thinks Wanda is actually dead after Multiverse of Madness, do they?
Well, and if this show is good, then it will, in a lot of people like normies, in the eyes of those people, it will retroactively drag WandaVision and Agatha up a couple of notches, and people will start to think that those shows are actually pretty decent, especially because this is going to be the last of the trilogy.
I hadn't even considered that, but you're right. Yeah, shit.
And the funny thing will be is that if you watch the first,
that explains why they're using the other kid. They don't want to focus on the gay one.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Oh no, this actually lines up. Oh dear. Well, it could still be good.
Yeah, I mean, if it is, then
come on, Terry. Come on, Terry. You gave us Picard season 3. You can do it.
At the very least, what we know about that guy is that he has respect for the IPs he's creating for. So that's obviously
he has. He has so much respect that in Picard season 3, he went out of his way to include a shot that could allow Kirk to come back. That dude is a fan. He is a sci-fi nerd, and I respect the hell out of him for it.
Do you know what?
Unfortunately,
as well?
I can't give him a blank pass for it because that does not necessarily translate to being good.
Yeah,
But Terry, you did knock it out of the park one time, and I'm really hoping you do it again, man. I'm really hoping you do it again.
And it's a bare minimum base point at which from which many writers and directors have not managed to begin their creative process from. So at the very least, we've got him starting in the right place.
To be fair, if we're remotely in the right ballpark about what this seems to be addressing, it is very, very ballsy subject matter to take care of.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you're not making a kids show with this one. This is something weighty.
But it can potentially be like incredibly existential and introspective.
To be fair, we thought the same thing from the trailers of WandaVision. We thought we were getting something with actual substance. So I don't want to go out too far on a limb here, but I would say I am. I would say I am quietly hopeful for this one.
Yeah, that's about as positive as I could possibly be. I would say I'm slightly less hopeful than you, but I
have a lot of faith in Terry after Picard season 3, man.
That's fair.
That was a truly majestic performance. What he managed to pull together out of that show, I really can't sing his praises highly enough.
Fair enough.
I hope he can bring that to this as well. I really do.
I guess of like every piece of Marvel media that's been confirmed to be coming out in the next however long, this probably has the highest chance of being good, but I don't know. I don't have the energy anymore to get my hopes up, especially not after Brand New Day.
Yeah, I get that.
All right. Well, yeah.
Okay.
That's that for the back-to-back trailer reactions. I'm almost apologetic that we weren't slightly more upbeat about either of them, but
it is late at night, Chad. Cut us a little bit of slack.
And also, if you want us to be more upbeat, then make better things. So it's not entirely our fault.
Yeah, wouldn't hurt.
But yeah, either way, thank you very much, Dake. Thank you very much, Ark, for. I mean, I'll do your promo for you because both of you have channels that I can easily link, and I might even what do you call it? Do the collaboration feature sort of thing.
Oh yeah, Iron can walk you through that. He's a master of actually sharing it with the stuff that we collab on these days.
Yeah, so it should be very easy to get access to both of your channels. So yeah, if you are interested, 100% do that, everyone. But yeah, thanks you two for joining me. And if you can remember your outro quote, Dake, then you can say it now.
Yeah, I can't. I'm too tired.
I can't remember either. It was something Spanish, I think.
Oh, wait, it was. Yes, you wanted me to say adios muchachos again.
That's the one, yeah. But yeah, anyway, thank you very much, everyone. And thank you to the boys. See you later.
Buenas noches, mi amigos. Apparently I'm Spanish now.